When it comes to Wicked, there's no shortage of drama, magic, and powerful storytelling. At its core, the story is about the friendship between Elphaba Throp, the future Wicked Witch of the West, and Glinda Upland, who becomes the Good Witch of the South. This dynamic is a huge part of what makes Wicked so captivating. But let's not forget the element that spices things up even more: the love triangle between Elphaba, Glinda, and Prince Fiyero Tigalar. Now, if you've seen Wicked Part 1, you know that this triangle drives much of the tension in the film. Glinda is drawn to Fiyero because of his charm, his princely status, and, let's be honest, his looks. Meanwhile, Fiyero starts out as a carefree rebel, but finds himself connecting with Elphaba on a deeper level thanks to their shared defiance against the corrupt system of Oz. However, what fans of the musical or the new film might not realize is that this story has an entirely different twist in Gregory Maguire's original Wicked novel, a twist involving a character named Sarima, Fiyero's wife. Yep, you heard that right. In the book, Fiyero is married, and that changes everything. In the Wicked novel, when Fiyero arrives at Shiz University, he's already betrothed to Sarima, a woman he was promised to when they were just 7 years old. Fast forward a few years, and they've built a life together, complete with 3 children. Sounds picture perfect, right? Not quite. Enter Elphaba. Elphaba and Fiyero begin a secret affair, one that's passionate, messy, and far from morally straightforward. Their relationship results in the birth of their son, Lear, which adds even more complexity to Elphaba's story. And just when you think things can't get darker, Fiyero is captured and killed by the wizard's forces, leaving Elphaba to grapple with guilt and heartbreak. But that's not the end of Sarima's story. After Fiyero's death, Elphaba finds refuge with Sarima and her children. It's an uneasy arrangement, made even more tragic when the wizard kidnaps and murders Sarima and her family. This devastating turn of events pushes Elphaba further into her role as the so-called Wicked Witch, highlighting how loss and betrayal shape her journey. Now, if you're wondering why this gut-wrenching subplot didn't make it into the musical or the films, there's a reason for that. When adapting Wicked for the stage, composer and lyricist Stephen Schwartz chose to streamline the story, focusing on the friendship between Elphaba and Glinda. As Schwartz himself explained during the original run of Wicked, the show was always intended to explore the dynamic between these two women, their bond, their conflicts, and how their choices lead them down very different paths. And honestly, it makes sense. The friendship between Elphaba and Glinda is the heart of Wicked, and their relationship is what makes the story so universally relatable. Still, leaving out Sarima means we lose some of the messy, morally gray aspects of Elphaba's character.
I must have scratched you.
Or maybe it scratched me, or something.
The affair with Fiyero and the tragedy of Sarima's fate add layers to Elphaba's story, showing that she's neither entirely good nor entirely wicked, just human. But even without Sarima, the love triangle in the Wicked musical and film is still packed with drama. In this version, Fiyero starts out in a relationship with Glinda, even getting briefly engaged to her. However, he eventually realizes that his heart belongs to Elphaba. Their connection is built on mutual understanding and shared values, making their romance feel deeper and more meaningful.
And I can't just change my feelings. Could you change yours for Fiyero?
What?
The ending of Wicked Part 1 sets the stage for even more drama in Wicked for Good. Elphaba flies off to the west to begin her fight against the wizard. Fiyero chases after her, and Glinda finds herself under the manipulative thumb of Madame Morrible. While the absence of Sarima simplifies the story, it also allows the focus to remain on the central trio, ensuring that their relationships take center stage in the sequel. So, what can we expect in Wicked for Good? For starters, there's bound to be plenty of romantic tension. Elphaba and Fiyero's relationship will likely face new challenges as they navigate the dangers of Oz. Meanwhile, Glinda's growing role within the wizard's administration could lead to some major conflicts, not just with Elphaba, but within herself. And let's not forget the ending that fans of the musical already know. Fiyero's fate is sealed in one of the most heartbreaking moments of the story, transforming him into the Scarecrow to save him from the wizard's forces. This twist not only cements Elphaba's love for him, but also reinforces the idea that no one escapes the consequences of their actions in Oz.
You've been Glindified. You don't need to do that, you know.
While the Wicked films have taken some liberties with the source material, they've stayed true to the emotional core of the story. The love triangle, the friendship, and the moral complexities of the characters are all still there, even if some details, like Sarima, are left out. So what do you think? Would Sarima's inclusion have made the story even more compelling? Or do you prefer the streamlined version we see in the musical and films? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more Wicked insights and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time as we dive deeper into the magical world of Oz.
I think about that day a lot.
So do I.
Oh, me too.